there everyone, before the video starts, I'd like to give a huge shout out to KamTheMan. He made a render for me very quickly, very short amount of time. For this video, I specifically asked him, do a couple angles, and he's quite great at what he does. If you haven't checked out his Twitter account, he does post, well, renders all the time. He's very good at what he does, and I'm very appreciative to have him as a friend. He's really great, he's cool, he's epic, he's a gamer, of course, and why wouldn't you want to commission some of his artwork? He does do commissions as well, which if you'd like to, all right, so please, if anything, just check out his works. He's great at what he does, and I would very much appreciate it if you were to check him out, please and thank you. All right, now on to the video.
Here comes a new challenger!
I don't claim to be a competitor, but I do know when a character just looks uncool to me. And Goku Black in FighterZ is uncool, at least to me. Not only did they, not really give him a cool looking-ish moveset, they also kept nerfing him since day one, and while I myself haven't been playing since day one, I can definitely tell not a lot of people are very happy with the state Goku Black is currently in. But I'm not here to tell you how he should be buffed or anything like that. They'll do that in the Dragon Ball show, which, well, will happen right after this video. Well, not exactly right after, but in a little bit, so you should check that out. No, I'm just here to talk about one aspect that bothers me about Goku Black, and that is Zamasu. Why does he barely show up in Goku Black's moveset? Only in 2 moves, being his quarter circle back special, which is the command grab version of his beam, and his alternate level 1. Speaking of which, why isn't that the level 1 you switch into when switching from super to super? I just don't get it, but whatever. When it comes down to it, I'd like to see Zamasu in more. Well, let's try to figure out how much more, shall we? So, I don't want Goku Black to basically be like Android 18, where 17 is a core part of 18's moveset, but I want to have Zamasu more involved. Just like in the anime, Zamasu is very much involved and pretty much a distraction for the most part when it came to the anime. But he did help out Goku Black, for they are one and the same, don't you know? And because of that, it'd be no surprise if Zamasu actually, knew a lot of the moves that Goku Black actually uses. And so with that, let's just talk about how we can incorporate Zamasu more into Goku Black's moveset in terms of his specials, being his dive kick, his instant transmission, and of course his God Slicer. So we'll just make Zamasu the EX variations of all these moves. Let's start with God Slicer, since this is the only special move you can use both on the ground and in the air. It's essentially a dash, multiple key blasts, and a slice at the end, but the problem with it is that you could super dash it. So how do we use Zamasu in it? Well, let's make the EX variation essentially the medium one with a little bit more startup, I guess you could say, and have the EX one actually be Zamasu doing said God Slicer, or he can do it alongside Goku Black for a little bit more damage. At least be cool. Maybe he could do the Ki Blast and essentially be in front of Goku Black, covering him if someone were to ever try to essentially super dash right through. They'd hit Zamasu, and then Goku Black could hit them with the finishing hit. I think that'd be a very cool way of having that move be incorporated with Zamasu. Either he does the move or he joins Goku Black. Regardless, it's just one way of incorporating Zamasu into Goku Black's moveset a little bit more. Now let's talk about instant transmission. A grounded special you can only use, which, how do we incorporate Zamasu into the EX version? Well, I think it would be interesting if we did it with how Piccolo has his orbs. He can fire a slow or a quick orb depending on whether or not you tap or hold the button. And so in this instance, if you tap or hold instant transmission with EX, you can either appear in front or behind the opponent instead of just strictly being behind them. And whatever side you end up on, the other side, Zamasu would appear. So essentially, if you're behind them, Zamasu appears in front, but if you're in front of them, Zamasu appears from behind. I think it'd be a quick, nice little trickery visual for the opponent to essentially deal with. I think it just looked cool, and again, just sort of bothers me that Zamasu doesn't really do much in Goku Black's moveset. I know that Zamasu doesn't have instant transmission, but in the anime, he just sort of pops in and becomes annoying. It's just like in the anime. And for finally dive kick. Well, it'd pretty much be simple. Zamasu could just do a finisher at the end of the EX dive kick. You see, the thing with the EX dive kick is that the only thing you can follow up with is a vanish or super dash or a super. And what I think they should do is have it so Zamasu essentially throws a projectile that forces the opponent to bounce to the ground, allowing you to follow up either by running in, dash in, or whatever the case may be, without needing to use a move that can either end it abruptly, like a super, or, lower down the scaling with moves such as Super Dash or Vanish. Either way, the only really cool thing about Goku Black is his level 3 super, which it's great and has no reason to change whatsoever. So with all that being said, I'm quite glad that we might get something for Goku Black in this Dragon Ball show. Hopefully it's something good. Because Goku Black visually just looks cool to me, and outside of the fact that Zamasu really isn't there, I really do like Goku Black, just, design-wise. He is my favorite villain when it comes to Super. I really wouldn't call Broly a villain. He's more like an antagonist rather than an outright villain. So, yeah, I think I'd be happy with saying that. And I mean original Dragon Ball Super characters, because obviously Frieza, he's definitely a dominant force in Super, and, well, obviously he'd be the best villain, but I'm not counting Frieza, So, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please take care of yourselves and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.
I'm coming through, partner, we can do this right. You're the fire, I'm the wind tonight. Burning dread, haha, that's right.